I'm Miss Williams and you're Sarah. How you doing, Sarah?
Okay.
How's your day going so far?
Not so well.
Why do you say that?
I recently been through a breakup with my boyfriend, Sean.
So how you feeling about that?
I don't know what to do. It's too much for me. It's too much. I can't deal with it.
How do you mean you can't deal with it?
I don't think I'll ever get used to being alone and coming home to an empty house and just being alone. It's very overwhelming.
You want to talk more about your breakup?
I don't even know what happened, honestly. We had a lot of communication issues, and it was just, I think there was someone else involved, but I'm not quite sure, and he just called it off one day, and I was so shocked, honestly. I mean, yeah, I had in my mind that there may have been someone else, but I didn't know for sure, and he didn't really talk to me about anything, so it really has me on the edge.
When you say you're on the edge, how does that make you feel?
I just feel so empty. I feel like I have no hope to live anymore. And it's just so frustrating. And I mean, I don't want to have these thoughts of not wanting to live, because I feel like I have so much to offer, but I can't control these thoughts. Like, it's when I'm alone, it's so much worse. So much worse.
So you have a problem with being alone?
I do, and me and my boyfriend, we've been together for 4 years now, and just moving on after the 4 years, just used to being with him, it's a lot.
So before him, were you in a relationship previous?
Yes, I was.
Or have you ever had time to be by yourself?
Not really. It's like after I got out of high school, that's when I started doing a little dating, and it wasn't ever anything serious. Mm-hmm. I think the biggest thing was the seriousness of this relationship.
So when you say about being alone, what do you think you'll feel if you're alone?
I just, like, now I feel I'm so bored, and it's like I don't have anything to do when I'm home. I just come home, maybe fix me something to eat, and just watch TV, and just the thought of not having someone there is very, very hard. And it's just, when I'm alone sometimes, I just think to myself, and sometimes I may cut myself, and it's just horrible. I wish I can find some way to deal with what's going on.
So it seems like you're having a problem being by yourself and just being able to be yourself.
Yeah.
Without being in a relationship.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, I feel so much. I do feel better when I'm at work or hanging with friends. I just feel like it's an escape route for me. I just feel so much better when I'm with my friends or at work. It gives me a different feeling. I don't feel as alone. And I just wish.
So in the past relationships, how are you able to deal with being by yourself?
It's like the relationships didn't really last that long. Besides, I was living with my mom at the time, so it's like I had someone there rather than just living on my own and coming home to be by myself.
I feel like you need to be able to be by yourself, and I feel like it'll better you in the future in order to deal with future relationships.
Mhm.
So we're going to try to figure out how to help you be able to deal with the feeling of not needing somebody around, and you can be more dependent on yourself.
Mhm.
So you mentioned that when you're with your family and friends, you feel like you feel happy.
I do.
And that's also a good feeling.
Mhm.
And so how long have you been doing the cutting?
I've been doing it for about 4 months now. It wasn't that long. It took me a while. I needed to find an outlet, so I just figured, well, you know what? I'm just gonna do this, and whatever happens, happens. If I cut too deep, then it's just meant to be.
So when you cut yourself, it's because you feel like you have a lack of not being control in the world, so you feel like you can control those actions that you make.
Yes, and if I happen to cut myself sometimes I think, well, if I cut myself too deep and I bleed out, it wouldn't be so bad because, I mean, I just feel so alone.
Yeah. I'm thinking about maybe I can refer you to like a support group. That's based on helping you with relationships and on how to deal with your feelings without resorting to doing some of the actions that you are doing to yourself. Because when you cutting yourself is very dangerous, and I just want to help you work on that.
Okay.
For future reference.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna give you a referral to Dr. Cox. He's a psychiatrist who I think can further help evaluate you,
Okay.
and maybe he can conclude to the necessary treatment that you may need in the future, so we can work on all these issues.
Okay.
Because I don't want you to keep continuing to hurt yourself, and I want you to be able to deal with your
'Cause
problems.
I'm really at my end. I'm really at the end.
When you say at your end, that means
I'm having these thoughts of where I just don't want to do it anymore, and I really appreciate your help in trying to get me the help I need.
yes, I really do. I think Dr. Cox can help you, and we can find a support group that can really help you learn how to deal with your feeling issues. You can resort to other things and doing what you're doing.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you a referral to him, and I'm going to see you back in a week or so. We're going to see the progress.
Okay.